people, which are you so-called Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, and the descendants around the planet Earth. So with that, without any further ado, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor.
YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHWASHI, BaHashem, QADASH.
All right? Double honors to the apostles and elders. Great millstone salutation, much love and respect to rocking on the pushing this word out with truth and sincerity. All right? So go ahead, let's get started with Isaiah 4 and 1. All right? Because this is kind of on my mind on the way here. I was thinking about that woman, that video. Remember that video? Right, exactly. Yeah, well, I was thinking about her, you know? Because there's this one woman, she seemed like a Hamite woman, and she was saying how now she's mad that she didn't focus on getting a husband. She was all into that feminist garbage. All right, so she's like, oh man, and now I just want the husband. I don't care if you're broke. I don't care as long as you're breathing. Yeah, that's what's getting ready for all you chicks, all you fine ass IG model hoes. The same. You're gonna be in the same scenario. All right, go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
Right, polygamy is coming back in a big way, man. All right, they're not gonna have a partner. Not gonna be checking your phone to see, you know, who you've been speaking to, man. All right, because what's gonna happen? There's gonna be a scarcity of food. There's gonna be a scarcity of resources. All right, it's right around the corner, man. The next couple months, next few months. All right, so they're gonna need a man by their side. Go ahead.
It says, and only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Right. Go ahead.
It says, in the book of Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse.
Somewhat.
Isaiah 32 and verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest.
Right, the wind represents the destruction that's going around, the hell that's going around. All right, a man is going to be a defense from that, man. Okay. First of all, men are more logical thinkers, and they have more of a calm spirit, or they're supposed to. All right. So when they come to a man's going to be focused on the right things. Women are going to be all emotional and rational. All right, go ahead.
As rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Right, especially the men of the Lord. Okay, they're going to be a shadow in a weary land. That's the main men that are going to be, like the scriptures say that he shall make a man more precious than fine gold. That's the elect. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
That's it. All right, especially the man of the Lord. You can get Isaiah 33, verse 6.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Right.
And strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right, the fear of the Lord is going to be the treasure in that day. The fear of the Lord is going to be the salvation in that day. You see? And they're not going to be able to do anything if really these other people ain't going to be able to do nothing, because they're not going to have no helpers. All right? They're not going to have a helper. All right? And we're going to have the helper because the scriptures say that the angels encampeth around them that fear the Lord. So we have helpers. We have people that are actual entities that are following the men of the Lord around and helping them and aiding them. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, chapter 16 and 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
What?
In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed,
right?
And their husbands.
Guess what? There's going to be World War III coming, right? That's on its way, and it's going to be a draft. It's not going to be no, oh, if you feel like going, you can go. No, it's going to be an actual draft, because it's world war. In world wars, they need as much people as possible. So if you're able-bodied, they're going to want you for the most part, all right? Obviously, the men of the Lord are going to escape from that, okay? Because we're not going to be going to no war, right? But the rest of them, they're going to be going to war. So what's that going to leave? That's going to leave the household without strength. Because the man is the head of the house, is the strength of the household, man. Abba, Alaf going back to the ox, and Ba going back to Baya, meaning the house, the strength of the house, man. If the strength of the house ain't there and it's all chaos outside, what's going to happen to the ones that are in the house? They're vulnerable, man. All right, and that's what's getting ready to happen to the a lot of these houses out here, man. Go ahead.
It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
Right.
Verse 37.
And their husbands shall perish of famine. We can't forget the famine. The famine's on its way. All right. There's food shortages, and we've been talking about this for years. It's about to get on a high level. All the jokes and shit, that's about to be out the window now, man. The pride of these people are going to be brought low. All right? All that pride these Edomites have, all that pride these heathens have, and you Israelites have, is about to be brought low. Okay?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 5, and verse 16.
Yeah.
When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread.
Listen, famine is, everything is going to increase, but famine, that's about to be the worst, one of the worst things that's going to hit these people, man. All right, because they're not used to that, especially in the first world countries. They ain't used to that, not being able to eat every day. All right, they're used to going to the supermarket, to Ribbon Reef, all right, you know, to Rubens, okay, the keg, eating this nice steak and all that. But soon they're not gonna have any of that. They'll be lucky to get some instant noodles. You see? And then what? Now that's when reality is gonna hit, man. You see what happened with the Roman Empire? They were going down, and they were flooding the people's mind with bread and circuses. All the TV and the different things that go on, the R. Kelly this, the that, all these things that have these people's minds distracted while the society is breaking down, man. Well, this hell and turmoil is getting ready to happen, man. Go ahead.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown houses appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Right. Yes, 2nd Ezra 15 now. All right. It shall be appeared empty. All right. That's what's getting ready to happen, man. So even them supermarkets, Metro and IGA, that's what we have up here. There's gonna be a lot of empty aisles. Even now they're missing a lot of things, taking a long time to come in. You got sometimes you'll be trying to buy things, all right, and these things are not in stock, all right. Even clothing and different things. Why? Because there's a slowing of the production right now, all right. Go ahead. Okay.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction. All that is coming to a city near you. Go ahead.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth,
Right.
and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Right. Keep going.
Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness.
This is all because of your wickedness, man. All this is because of your wickedness. That's why the Most High is bringing that judgment. You've been playing with the king of terrors, man. Now the terror is here. All right. It's like you've been picking on a dude who's a top MMA fighter, and you've been throwing beer at him, throwing rocks at him. And he's been sitting down. Listen, I don't listen, man. They keep playing with me. All right. And then he gets up and he comes to you. It's not the time to back down. No, it's the time to feel them blows, man. Feel those punches, man. And them kicks. Go ahead.
Which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
That's right. Hold that on that. We're going back to 2nd Ezra 15. Go ahead.
Real quick, this is 2nd Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right. Look up the word amendment. Look up the word amendment. You got it? I want you to continue reading that. So let Zabak get that. Get that amendment. Go ahead.
It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges.
Right. Right. Read that again. Read that again.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment.
Right. They're gonna be scourges for amendment. Read amendment.
Amendment in the Merriam-Webster. The act of amending something. Correction.
Correction, man. All right. So he's gonna correct these people with famine. All right, and destruction. That's what's getting ready to happen. All right, and they're not ready for it, but when it happens, they're gonna sober up real quick. Okay, all that pride is gonna go out the window, man. And these women, forget about the women, they're gonna get submissive real fucking quick. Real quick, overnight. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 24 and 14. I, the Lord, have spoken it. It shall come to pass, and I will do it. I will not go back, neither will I spare, neither will I repent. According to thy ways and according to thy doings shall they judge thee, said the Lord.
That's
Yahawah.
right. That's right. Get Ezekiel 9 and 4. You got something? Read what you got, and then get Ezekiel 9 and 4. Right.
This is 2 Kings 6 and verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass head was sold for 80 pieces of
They
silver.
besieged it. That's what's happening now. Esau's besieging the earth. Okay? He's besieging. That's why they're stopping the boats from coming in. All right? People don't see the effects of it yet, which they see certain prices going up, but they're about to see it's going to be hard to get food. All right? Be hard to get food. The dollar's going to crash. All these things are going to happen simultaneously, one after another. All right? So it's going to bring these type of places worse than the third world countries. Canada, America. And these people are going to be in great tribulation, man. Like we've been telling them. Go ahead.
Until an ass head was sold for 80 pieces of silver.
Woo! An ass head was shit. You know what 80 pieces of silver is? That's 80 pieces of silver. All right? For an ass's head. Which has no meat on it. Which doesn't have meat. Just has skin on it, man. And eyeballs, man. All right? Go ahead.
And the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung was 5 pieces of silver.
And the dung of a pigeon. Right? Because pigeons are of the family of doves. All right? Dung of a pigeon. For how much?
For 5 pieces of silver.
Yeah, bro, they're about to get to that level here, man. They're gonna eat the leaves off the trees. It's gonna be so hard to get food out here that certain people are gonna resort to cannibalism. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And as the king of Israel was passing upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help me, so I can help my lord, O king.
Do you think she was a feminist? You guys think she was a feminist saying, help my lord? You think she was a fucking feminist, man? Nah, man, she was in fucking order. Right? Go ahead, man.
And he said, if the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee?
If the Lord do not help thee, and the Lord ain't gonna help these people, man. He's only gonna help the elect, the men that's been pushing this word out here week in and week out, man. The ones who've been doing this work, man. Not been lazy, who's been actually putting their hand to the plow, man. Not watching over a TV screen, but putting in that work. All right? Being fools for Yahawashi's sake, man. You see? Keep going.
Out of the barn floor and out of the winepress.
Yep.
And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today.
Give thy son that we may eat him. You see this? This is what's getting ready to happen. That's what happened in 70 AD. They were eating cannibalism, and that was Israel. That was the people of the Most High. Now in this time, these people are even less moral. They're less moral. They're more insatiable, more greedy of food. Okay? So it's going to take a less time for that to happen in these places. Okay, go ahead.
Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow.
Right. Yep. And go ahead, keep going.
So we boiled my son and
Boiled her son. You guys gotta understand how gruesome for a mother to boil her son to eat him. How much of a dire pain and such a low situation she gotta be in, man. That's what's coming here, man. These people don't see it. All right? But we've been warning them. But they say, oh no, these are some blacks, you know? And that's how the Lord made them come. They made them come looking lowly, whatever the case is. So these people get confused. All right? Nah, because they're looking for a guy in a suit, you know? The guy speak eloquently. You know? That's what they're looking for. The crisp video, the video gotta be HD plus. That's what they're looking for. But that's not what the Lord sent. And he never sent that. He always sent rough men. He always sent men that were rough around the edges, man. That's why he said about the disciples, they're unlearned men and ignorant men. That's what he said about the disciples. Even YAHAWASHI, how does he know this not having gone to school? How did the Lord know this without having been gone to any school? Because they had universities back then. All right? This is not, things that we know is not taught by school. The things that we know is taught by the Holy Spirit, man. That's right. By YAHWAH, by Hashem, YAHAWASHI from on high, man. From the right hand of the Father, man. All right? Go ahead.
So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her, on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son.
She hid her son. So she ate the woman's son with her, and she hid her son. And that's why the woman is crying out to the king. Keep going.
Verse 30, and it came to pass, when the king heard the words of the woman, that he rent his clothes. And he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within his flesh, within upon his flesh.
That's it. But guess what? Guess what? They said about this time that's coming, in Daniel's the 12th chapter, is going to be worse than any time on the earth. So if we think that's bad, that's coming here on a way higher level. So we don't know. We don't know how sick, how crazy it's going to get, but we have an idea. Okay? Read that in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, the 4th verse.
Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry.
Upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry. That's what we're doing out here. We're sighing and crying. Go ahead.
For all the abominations.
For all the abomination, all the wickedness that's going on the earth. Are the Christians sighing and crying for the wickedness on the earth? No, they're not. They're telling you, come as you are. We're telling you that the Most High is going to destroy this place, and he's going to save an elect remnant, so get right. Okay? Go ahead.
That be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said, in my hearing,
right,
go ye after him through the midst of through the city and smite.
He's speaking to the angels. He's telling the angels, everyone who doesn't have this mark of exemption, the mark of righteousness, all right, go and get them and destroy them, kill them, and do not spare. Keep going.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Right.
Slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children and women.
So everybody's gonna get it. All right, the angels don't care about whether you're crying, whether, oh, I got a baby on the way. They don't care about none of that. When judgment is set forth, that's what's getting ready to come, is judgment. Go ahead.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Right.
And begin on my sanctuary.
That mark means a mark of exemption. All right, because there's certain men that the Most High put a mark of exemption upon who are not going to receive that judgment. And whoever's around those men, those are going to be protected in this time that's coming. All right? Go ahead.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Go ahead.
And he said
that was it. That was it. Perfect. Boy, you got something on? Go ahead.
This is the book of Lamentation, chapter 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Right.
For these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
Right. So those who are killed with the sword or a gun or any weapon, it's better to die from a weapon than to die from starvation. Okay? That's what the scripture's saying. Because starvation, that's pure pain. Pure pain until the end, bro. Okay? I don't know if you brothers, if a brother ever went on a long fast, a few couple days or 3 days or whatever, you know when you eat or when you drink, that shit hurts. Okay, even to drink and eat hurts. All right, feels like nails are going in, are down your throat, man. Because your mouth is so, because it's so dry. Especially the first time you do it. You see? Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
Right, we shouldn't even feel bad for these jakes, because they said when they did that to Yahawah, let his blood be upon us and our children. So they're getting what they deserve, what they asked for. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh,
right,
and drink their own blood,
right,
for very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
Right. And they're gonna drink their own blood and eat their own flesh for very hunger, man. All right? That's what's getting ready to happen, man. You see? And in times, in situations where you don't have food for a long time, these people who act like they're all good and high and mighty, they're gonna resort to that. Just watch the movie Snowpiercer, man. Okay?
Word is bomb. Black power.
Yeah, anyways, man. Keep going, man. Keep going.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and 2. And it shall be.
When we hear you know the angels like, God. Yeah.
Oh man.
Keep talking shit, bitch.
Oh man.
Go ahead, man. So
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 23, chapter 24 and 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth.
My question, Salakia, and that's what the question I did in the video. What the fuck would you, what would you scoffers do, man? What are you scoffers gonna do in the time of the tribulation? That's what I want to know. All right? Because they probably don't even know what we're talking. They probably don't know too much. But I'm talking about you scoffers who watch the videos and you comment and you talk smack, or you might see brothers and you hear what we say, you scoff at it. What are you gonna do in this time that we're speaking about? Who are you gonna call upon? Because you've been calling on Jesus for the longest time. Jesus ain't saved you yet, man. All them Levites, when the earthquake happened, they were calling on Jesus. And they were under the rubble, man. Okay? You see? So what's up with that? You jakes are gonna feel some real pain based upon your disobedience, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel 16 and 49. Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom, pride, fullness of bread, and abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters.
That's America. That's Babylon the Great to a T. And really all these Edomite countries, man. But Babylon is the exemplification of that. Pride. All right, go ahead.
It says,
read that again.
Yeah. Ezekiel 16 and 49. Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom, pride, fullness of bread, and abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters.
Fullness of bread. Go to the store. You can go to McDonald's, which that's not even real food, but let's just say, get 100 nuggets for $10.99. All right, you can go anywhere. We're going to get burgers, right? Wings, 50-cent wings. That's abundance. All right, go ahead.
It says, neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy, and they were haughty and committed abomination before me. Therefore I took them away as I saw good.
That's what the judgment is all about. Because the scripture said the sacrifice of the Lord is a contrite heart, and a broken spirit and a contrite heart. A broken heart and a contrite spirit, Salaki. In other words, if you come to the Lord in sincerity and truth, all right, as an Israelite, then he's going to build you, all right? If you do it before the time of judgment. Don't come after judgment. You have to come before the time of judgment. Go ahead. That's why it says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. There's a time where the Lord ain't looking to talk to you, man. Matter of fact, if a brother can hold that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 6, and it reads, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts."
Call him while he is near, while the prophets is out here. This is a sign. When the prophets are out, that's a sign of the door of mercy being open. When the prophets are not out, that's when you should be worried, man. Okay? When the prophets stop coming out, that's when you should be worried, man. Because that's when the judgment is coming. You see, when they killed all the prophets and they sent John the Revelator to the island of Patmos in the biblical history. Well, guess what? What happened after that? 70 AD. You see what I'm saying? The besiege. That wasn't the time for them to repent. That was the time for judgment, man. Okay? And those that were already under the umbrella, they were good. And those that weren't, they weren't. Them that are for death to death. Man. Go ahead, brother.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, and verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, such as are for death to death.
Yo, he said, what shall we do? Man, such as for death, for death. You have to picture it in your mind. Somebody saying it, man. Or the Most High. Go ahead, keep going.
Such as are for death to death.
Yeah.
And such as are for the sword to the sword.
You know?
And such as are for the famine to the famine.
You know? Fuck you. Just F you, man. That's basically he said to hell with you, man. Alright? Well, what are we to do? Well, whoever's I don't know if you brothers watch battle rap, but there's certain people who say, if he dies, he dies. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit that's coming. You know? It's not going to be, let me help you. No, if he dies, he dies. Go ahead, man.
It says, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
Hey, some of them are going to be put in prison. Some of them are going to be put in concentration camps, man. All right? But ultimately, guess what? Israel went into captivity as a whole. You see what I'm saying? Under them different nations, under the Romans, under the Babylonians. See, it was always captivity. But some of them's going to be put in prison. And the Most High ain't going to be helping them that's not already under his umbrella. Go ahead.
And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord. The sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
Don't forget the beast of the earth, man. I'm actually kind of, as sick and sadistic as it might sound, I'm actually excited to see the beast of the earth come out. Alright? Right? It sounds to these people, how could he say that? Right? Because I trust in YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, and we love his judgments. That's right. You see? But get Amos 3 and 6, Baba Kushal.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Right.
Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it?
Man, all this fun and games, it's coming to a halt, man. When there's no food in the markets, I want to know who's going to be going to the club. Who's going to be going to the bar when there's no food? You're going to be show up at a restaurant? All right? No. All restaurants, they're going to be serving the same dishes like the French. You know, you go to the French restaurant, expensive French restaurant, they give you 1 asparagus, they put a little decoration, and two small little potatoes. That's what all these restaurants going to have to offer you, man. All right? Because food is going to be very scarce, man. What?
Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
What's that speaking about?
That's when the chariot's gonna take the.
You sure?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Come out of her, leave the philosophies of America.
What do you say? Leave the philosophies of America? What say ye?
I think it's both. But mostly the chariots beaming the elect out of Babylon for the destruction.
What is it? Read that again now.
And Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins."
So how should I tell you to come out of her spiritually, come out of Babylon spiritually?
Nah. It's the chariots.
Yes.
It's the chariots picking you up. That's all it is.
That's right.
Come out of there. You're gonna hear the word. You're gonna hear actually probably in Hebrew. You're gonna hear come out of here, and you're gonna get beamed up. Whoever's up to your leg.
Come.
All right. So read that again.
Come. Revelation.
Read it a verse up.
The verse up. Come. Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication,
Yeah.
and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Right.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich to the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people,
A voice from heaven. A voice from, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
That you receive not of a plague. So when you get beaten up, you're not gonna receive the plague. What's the ultimate plague?
Oh, the
The
missile.
nuclear missiles. That's the ultimate plague. All right. So you don't receive that plague, man. All right. That's the main plague. Go ahead.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High had remembered her iniquities.
That's right.
Reward her even as she rewarded
Because
you.
regardless of how we slice it, we're partakers of the sin because we're in the flesh. Regardless of how we slice it. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, we need to be beamed up to not be partakers of them plagues, man. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep going.
Reward her even as she rewarded you,
Yep.
and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double. How much she glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall not see sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning and famine.
That's all coming, man. That's all coming to especially America. All right? It's going to come here too. It's going to come Canada. It's going to come America. All these Edomite first world countries are going to hit them. It's going to hit them worse because they're used to decadence, man. They're used to their storehouses being full. That's what they're used to, man. Go ahead.
And she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, who judges her.
Right. You got something? Go ahead.
Isaiah 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
Read that again.
Come. Isaiah 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers.
Come up hither. Come up hither. All right? Go ahead.
And shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the
To be
indignation.
not partakers of her sins, and to receive not of her plagues. That's why they're coming up hither. You see what I'm saying? Beautiful precept. Go ahead, keep going.
Until the indignation be overpassed. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
Beautiful, beautiful. The water. Either way, get Isaiah 34. If you see it in Isaiah 13, get that, but if not, get Isaiah 34. You got something?
Real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him, until he pleaded my cause and executed judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power?
That's what all these women are saying. All right, that are not of the elect women. Okay, they're saying where's the Lord? They don't believe. Why? Because there was the word feminine. You gotta look. You know what you guys gotta look up. You guys gotta look up them ancient quotes about women. They were. It wasn't nice. I'm gonna keep it on. They were just straight raw. All right. And there was this one ancient comedian. He said, there's one thing that I trust in a woman. Is that when she dies, she will not return from the dead. Everything else I do not trust. They were going in.
Oh, man.
All right? When I read that, I was cracking up. The ancient comedians were funny. You know? But at the end of the day, they knew that there was wickedness in it. You see what I'm saying? But that's okay. Because when the power comes, that thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Especially them. You say you got the celebrities. You see when they have a celebrity, let me just proof on that. They have a celebrity. The guy might look normal. You know, like, okay, this is like a regular guy. But if all the chicks say he's cute, everyone's gonna say, oh, he's the hottest dude on the planet. Right? Why? Because they have a hive mind. Just keep it 100%. So at the end of the day, what's gonna happen when the elect gets the spiritual power? When the elect is risen up, bro, it's gonna be beyond a higher. It's gonna be on another level. Because it's going to be actually true. Not just that is said, that it's popular, but it's going to be the truth from on high, from the Creator. Salakia, go ahead.
Salakia. My eyes shall behold her, now she shall be trodden down as the mirror of the streets.
Mire.
Yeah,
that's right. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to be trodden down. In other words, they're going to be in a very, very bad position. All right, just like these people were consenting unto Esau, they're going to be in a very, very bad position. All right, and Esau is going to do the healing toe on their face, spiritually. Okay, he's going to mess them up, man. Now it's found out that there's Hydra inside of the juice, and that shit looks like a damn sentinel from the Matrix. Okay. And it multiplies, it doesn't die, it just multiplies. You got this parasitic looking thing inside of your body. How can that be good for you? What good could come from that? We don't know the exact depths of what Esau's trying to do with that, but we're gonna find out. We will find out, all right?
It's like that has to be connected with those babies being born with all those deficits.
Oh yeah, right. And that has to be something. It has to be something to do with. It's like a demonic thing that the elites probably have, where they want the babies to come out looking like that, you know? Because the guy was going into it with like the different astrology, like the different Greek mythologies with the Cyclops, and you got babies with one eye and all this type of shit, extra arms. This is, you know, he's deep, you know, he thinks deep in wickedness. Boy, you got something, though?
This is the book of Isaiah 13 and 4.
Right.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Right.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Right, the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Well, that's what's getting ready to come. All right, that's the plague. All right, that's the plague. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Isaiah 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets.
Right.
All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
The gate is smitten with destruction. All right. That's what's getting ready to come, is that destruction. Read that again, Axelaka. Read that again.
Come. Isaiah 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets.
That's them answers. They're going to look for those answers, and that's why they're going to be looking for the prophets. You see? But they're not going to get those answers. Go ahead.
All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
The gate is smitten with desolation. It's going to be nothing but destruction and desolation for these people, man. All right. So all these things that they're talking now, it's really going to come to naught. And they want to do this, they want to have this business, that business. Also, you can start a business. It takes about 5 years for a business to really, usually, they say, get running, right? A few years at least. Well, the money's about to be obsolete. So what's the point? You see what I'm saying? The money's about to be obsolete. So now you gotta comply with getting the juice and the chip. Okay? Just to survive in Esau's world. Go ahead.
We jump to 19. 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved.
Right.
The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it.
Right. The transgression shall be heavy upon it. Keep going. Go ahead.
And it shall fall and not rise again.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high.
That's the elites, right? The elites that run the society, they're going to be punished, all right? And one of the punishments they're going to get, we're going to get them in slavery, all right? Matter of fact, get that in Psalms 149, all right? Because these elites, like we were speaking about the Squid Games, how they watch these different events. Well, we're going to be doing that to them in the kingdom, right? They're going to be in events with them. We might get a few lions, you know. We might shoot them to go see how far they can get from Goliath. Not from Goliath, from Leviathan. All right. That's a fact, because the Most High said what they've done is going to come back to them. All right. Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Right.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praise of the Most High, Yahawah Bashim YAHAWASHI.
No pictures.
No pictures, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Go ahead.
It says, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Right.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute vengeance, which is judgment, which is repayment, all right, upon the heathen, okay, which is what these other nations who have done what they've done unto the nation of Israel.
That's right.
That's it, all right. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. Esau's trying to find a loophole. That's why he has the Christianity that everyone could be included. No, it's not inclusive, all right. It's exclusive to the Israelites. Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Right.
To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
That's what we're going to do with these elites. We're going to bind them with chains and fetters of iron. Okay? Go ahead.
To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints.
This honor have all his saints.
Praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 24 verse 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners
Zechariah 14.
as prisoners are gathered in the pit.
Right.
And shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited.
Man, we're gonna put them in the pit. We ain't feeding them, bro.
Yeah.
First, we ain't feeding them, bro. We'll feed them when we feel like feeding them. All right. That's what you Edomites got a lot to pay for, man. You Edomites have a lot to pay for, a lot of hell that you put upon the nations, especially the nation of Israel. You're gonna pay, man. Okay. And that's what they don't want. That's why they don't like this message, because they don't want to pay. They want to skate away scot-free and talk about love. It's all about love.
Yeah.
When did it become about love? All right. Go ahead.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 14.
Is there more than that? What?
Zechariah 14 and 11. And man shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people.
The plague. What?
That have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
That's that nuclear fire. That's the only thing that can make you melt away while you stand upon your feet. Right?
It says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
That's right.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Yeah, that's that nuclear fire. All right. That's what it's gonna do. Go ahead. That's it on that? Beautiful. Go ahead.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 21. It says,
you got a fiction like, oh, I don't know what this is, but it's wonderful. Huh? The spirit, you know. If she felt the spirit, you know, this is wonderful. See Jake getting together. Hey,
That's what she said?
Is this the Is this the perfection of beauty, or this is just an example of a small little kingdom? The night, how should I say, the kingdom is within you? So
the book of Ezekiel 22 and 20, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yeah, I will.
That's what's gonna happen with the nuclear missiles. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof.
Right, and then there's another scripture that says the Most High is gonna be in the fire while they're burning. He's gonna, the Heavenly Father Himself, His Spirit is gonna be in the fire, man. So that ain't no regular death, bro. That ain't no death. You just you wake up in the spirit world. No. You're gonna feel that shit, bro. Go ahead.
As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof, and ye shall know that I, the Lord, have poured out my fury upon you.
Right. And any of you who take the MOTB, that's your judgment. Okay? That expected to perish that way. Okay? Because the MOTB is gonna be right at the end, eh? Don't forget that. Once the MOTB comes, things are gonna move very quickly. And the scripture has a specific, read Revelation 13th chapter, start from the 16th verse,
The book of Revelation.
And why aren't these other Israelite camps speaking about this? This is very important. Go ahead.
Chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causes all both.
Go ahead.
The book of Revelation 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
This is what it is, man. Seems like the position is not right. Brother saying the position is not right, but it is what it is, man. I mean, shit. Go ahead, brother. Speak, bro.
It says, Khan, so this devil, Esau, Edom, you know, him and his beast system is going to enforce the mandate of this microchip, man, okay? Which is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. It says it's going to cause all, okay? The whole world is going to be faced with this hour of temptation, okay? And only the elect will be the ones that will escape this temptation, okay? And that's mentioned in the book of Revelation. Bring it on, huh?
Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Right, so the book of Revelation, this YAHAWASHI is speaking to the elect, okay? He's saying, thou, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. What is the word of his patience? Is this truth, okay? The 100% wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this truth. Go on.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, because we have been made fools for YAHAWASHI. We're the ones, Lord willing, we have that number. Well, it said the elect are the ones that will stand stiffly for the name of YAHAWASHI. Like it says in the book of second Ezra, okay? Where Ezra says, I commanded those that stood so stiffly for the name of YAHAWASHI. Right. Okay? And that's the testimony of YAHAWASHI is what the spirit of prophecy. The men that are out in the highways and byways that are prophesying, man. You got it, bro.
I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's right, to try them that dwell upon the earth, man. Okay? But we're looking forward to a kingdom, man. Okay? Our faith isn't what we can't see. Well, that's the definition of faith, man. What it says? It says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay? We hope in the kingdom which we can't see. Okay? But we know it's going to be glorious, man. Okay?
Right.
YAHAWASHI says, eyes have not seen or heard the things that he has reserved for those that fear him and those that love him.
Yep. But you gotta go into the end. You can't just finish halfway. You gotta be working too. It says be occupied till I come. All right. So you gotta be busy. When you look at the word occupied, it means busy. So you gotta be busy. You gotta be working. All right. And another scripture says be occupied in prophecy. So we gotta be working on that. But I want to get Revelation the 13th chapter still in the 16th verse.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great.
Read that again slow.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
And that's not speaking about nations. You got certain Israelite groups saying it's, you know, big nations, small. No, it's speaking about men. All right, so it says right hand and forehead. Go ahead.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man,
It says man, no man. Okay, go ahead.
might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
That's what's getting ready to come. That's the next step that these elites are going to push out here. All right, there's going to be that mark. All right, and they're going to make it sound cute. Like, oh, you know, it's so you can find your, you know, just in case. You don't want to lose your ID, do you? All right? You know, guess what? Aren't you tired of pulling out your card and putting in those 4 numbers? Doesn't that get exhausted? Don't you just want to swing your hand, grab your stuff, and leave the store? They're going to make it sound nice. All right? They're going to make it sound convenient. But then they're going to threaten you, man. It's like, oh, what are you hiding? Are you a fraud artist? Are you selling drugs? What are you hiding? That's what they're gonna push, man. And it's just gonna be to a point where Esau's gonna say to hell with the propaganda, man. And he's just gonna say, listen, you do this, or you die. You do this, you die, or you go into a concentration camp. It's not gonna be. He's gonna give you 2 ultimatums, man. He's gonna put aside the propaganda at a certain point. It's gonna be beyond that. All right, go ahead and get 14, Revelation 14, verse 9.
The book of Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of YAHAWASHI, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
That's the nuclear missiles, man. That's right. They're going to be tormented where it said that he shall melt you. That's what's going to happen to those people that take the mark. And like I said, the mark is going to be very close to when YAHAWASHI comes back. It'll be very close to when the end is. All right? So with the mark, all that's going to, you know what's going to come with that? Well, you know it's on the way. With the mark, the same time has to happen, around that same time, the World War III. It's not going to be the mark and then 20 years later, World War III. No. Okay? It's all going to be around the same time. Go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 22. Except those days be shortened. That's like, except those days should be shortened. 21? Okay. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sakes, those days shall be shortened. Verse 24.
For the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. It's for the elect. All right? So the Most High's eyes are upon the elect. It says that Israel is the apple of his eye. Well, who's the true Israel today? Who's the spiritual Israel? The elect. Okay? So his eyes are upon the elect in the fire. Just like when you make silver and when you make gold purified, you gotta look at it, you gotta watch it closely. The Most High is watching us closely. Go ahead.
Verse 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
Right, it's not gonna be possible. Listen, man, we see. Even if we don't know exactly what Esau, do we know what Esau is up to something? We might not know the exact details right away, but we know, okay, that's propaganda, okay? Because Esau, that's how he moves, and the Most High has given us the spirit to understand how are the things of Esau searched out. The Most High gave us the wisdom and understanding in the spirit to search it out, all right? And to find out what Esau is really dealing with. Go ahead.
A different precept?
God, you got a different precept? What?
Psalms 55 and 19.
Right.
The Most High shall hear and afflict them.
Right.
Even as he abided not of old, Salah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not the Most High. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him,
That's speaking about Esau, Edom. All right, go ahead.
and he hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
So all these things they're telling you on the TV, right? They're telling you, oh, it's okay, we're doing it to help you and this and that. That's his words being smoother than butter. The same way he came with the GADA, same way he came with the Native American. He came with smoother than butter talk. All right? But at the end of the day, what did it say?
His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords.
Because he's a deceiver. Matter of fact, get Revelations the 20th chapter. This is his job. You can't get mad at him for doing this. That's what he was put here to do. So our job is not to be deceived and to follow after YAHAWASHI for the deliverance. You got Revelation 20? Oh, you got it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit,
Right.
and a great chain in his hand.
Right.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil.
That same serpent in the garden that deceived Eve, that's the same serpent, that's the spirit that's in the people that's ruling right now. Okay? Go ahead.
Which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years,
Go
and
ahead.
cast him into the bottomless pit,
That's speaking about Europe. Go ahead.
and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
Right, so there was a time where we were ruling in Europe, right? The Moors and all that, in the Byzantine Empire, and he wasn't able to come up into power, okay? But then, through time, around the 1300s, they got up into power, all right? Started to intermarry and stuff like that. Then the Borgias was the beginning of the Renaissance. That's when Esau came back into power. What was his job to do? Read that again.
It says that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
So once the 1,000 years was up of us ruling in that time, that's when he came into power, and his job was to deceive the nations. Go ahead.
And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
And this is that we're in that little season, but we're in the end of that little season. That's why everything that you see is happening, right? His economy's about to crash. The dollar's about to go to nothing. All right. He's pushing the juice really to set up his enterprise, which is his new world order, but it's not gonna work. You got some more?
Verse 7, and when the 1,000 years are expired,
Get Job 5 in there we go.
Con. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations.
That's right.
Which are in the four quarters of the earth.
And that's it. That's what he did. He came with Caesarea Borgia, the false image of the Lord. All right, he came with that. All right, he said that basically he told the people that he was the people of God. Okay, that was part of the deception. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right, and right now we're at the point of where he's getting to the fullness of his sufficiency, where he's about to set up his new world order. He got everybody wearing a mask, everybody complying. All right. And now they're going to come in with the CBDC, like we've been saying, right? The CBDC, which is going to lead to what? What's the CBDC going to lead to? You remember?
The mark of the beast.
The mark of the beast. That's what it's going to lead to. They're going to push that, and it's going to lead to them telling you to take a chip, man. They're going to make it sound cute too. Oh, you don't need your keys, you know. Oh, well, what about your child? Your child's, look how much missing children there are, right? You want to get this chip for your child, you know. But then they're going to start to force it on the people. Go ahead.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly.
And that word wicked is not wicked, it's laborer. All right, which means the people are they're getting riled up because of these unrighteous decrees. Go ahead.
When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High YAHAWASHI shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
And that's it. And at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to finish because the Lord is going to come back before that. All right? In the midst of World War III, that's when the Lord is coming back. Okay? And like I said, once he implements that chip, things are going to move very quickly. All right? And those that are not under the umbrella of YAHAWASHI or close to a man of YAHAWASHI, they're through. They're done. All right? Go ahead.
It says,
and what was that you just read before?
that was Job 20.
Job 20. Job 5 and 20?
Job 5 and 20, and it reads, In famine, he shall redeem thee from death.
Salakia. Job 5 and 12.
12? Come.
Yeah.
Come. It says here in Job 5 and 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty,
Right.
so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise.
Where he's going to disappoint them. All right? And then, go ahead.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Right, right. Take the wise in their own crowd. Because these elites, they're known as what? The wise in this world. Okay? The Illuminati, right? Which means what? Enlightened ones. So they understand things because they're controlling these things, right? But ultimately, he said that he's going to take them in their own craftiness. Get Psalms, the 7th chapter. Is there a little bit more in that?
Real quick.
Yeah.
They meet with darkness in the night. They meet with darkness in the daytime,
Yeah.
and group in the noonday as in the night.
Right.
But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty.
And the poor is represents the elect. All right? The elect is going to be delivered from this time. Matter of fact, you can go ahead and get Daniel's the 12th chapter. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 33 and 10. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. The book of Psalms 33 and 10.
Right.
The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
Yeah.
He maketh the devices of the people.
Well, why do the heathen rage? All right? And the people imagine a vain thing. All right? See, because the Moab, them so-called Chinese, they think they're going to get into power next. La-ah. Nope. All right? We're getting into power next. And that's what's going to be that how do you say that? It's going to be a twist in the story. Because they're not expecting us to get into power, not expecting the Israelites to get into power, but the Lord is going to come and take them down. Go ahead.
It says, you know what? Read that. It says, he maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
Right.
This is the book of,
Yep. Right.
the book of Job, chapter.
What's up? The location of this?
Yes.
This is Atwater 2111.
That's
Atwater.
where where you guys normally be at. If I want to come
we're
to a
outside. We
meeting?
congregate on the street.
On the street?
Yeah, we congregate outside.
Okay.
No problem.
Thanks.
No problem. You take care of it. All right, go ahead.
This is Psalm 7 and verse 11. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instrument of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity. He hath conceived.
What's the instruments of death? Huh?
Missile.
What's the question?
What's the instruments of death they're speaking about in that? It says you ordained the instruments of death.
They gain an instrument of death.
Read it again. Read it again.
Psalm 7 and verse 13. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death.
He prepared for him the instruments of death. Speaking about the wicked.
The missiles.
Huh?
The missiles. The bombs. The missiles, right?
Okay. We're gonna say the missiles. You sure? Yeah, come.
He ordained his arrows.
So you brothers be doing that at a half nodding. Is it con or is it con? Is it con or is it con?
He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity. He hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
Go ahead.
Khan, I'm going to read that again. Psalm 7 and verse 13. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
Yep.
Behold, he travaileth with iniquity. He hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
Yep.
He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
He made a pit and digged it and fall into the pit which he made. He catches the crafty in their own craftiness, man. As I read there, roughly paraphrased what I read in Job. All right. So ultimately, Esau, his blessing is the sword, right? His blessing is the weaponry that he had. That's how he took down Gad. That's how he took down the Native Americans and even the kingdom of Judah, right? So ultimately, what is he going to be taken down by? His own weaponry. You see, that's called poetic justice, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Right, his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. Esau got everything by violence. You think he's going to go down by peace? No, the Most High is going to put a spirit in him to rebel. All right, to be rebellious, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17. I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praises to the name of the Lord Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai.
That's right. Go ahead.
Real quick, Sirach 27:26. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein.
Yeah, he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein, man. And Esau said all he does is set traps. Okay, that's all he does. Okay, go ahead.
This is Psalms 37 and 12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnashes upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own hearts, and their bows shall be broken.
Their bows shall be broken, man. All right, the sword shall enter into their own hearts. All right, Esau thinks he's gonna get away, right? But the Most High has something set up for him. Man. He's playing chess, not checkers, man. That's why I said that even if they go into the bunkers, the Most High has something prepared for them. If they go underwater, the Most High has a Leviathan there for them. All right. You got something?
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And that's what we're doing. We're standing in great boldness in the face of these Edomites, man. Go ahead.
And made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right. Go ahead.
And so far beyond all that they looked for.
Yeah.
And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision.
Well, that's why. That's why he said, Moab thinks he's going to get up on top. We're the last people they expect. It's like someone's in the last in the race, and you get right to the finish line, and he just blitz past everybody. That's what the nation of Israel is going to do, man. Go ahead.
And this is he.
The LeBron James block. That's what we're coming with. LeBron James block from the back. All right, go ahead.
This was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools counted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints?
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing to know that the Most High, like the elder the brother elder Koya Khan from London says, Israel is privileged. We are privileged people, man. You see people, they look down on people who are privileged. Oh, he's just a privileged one. Well, we're supposed to be privileged. Okay? We are a privileged nation. The Most High put his spirit upon us, not because we did something great, but because he just chose us, man. Get Romans the 9th chapter, brother. Alright, he just chose us, man. We didn't do that. What do we do to deserve this, man? Even when these 2/3 wicked Israelites died, these grimy jakes with gold teeth, alright? Even when they died, they're coming back in the kingdom privileged. And they didn't do nothing to deserve. They didn't sacrifice for YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. They were out there doing wickedness with Esau. Some of them were homosexuals. Some of them, straight up. You got Israelites that are transsexuals right now that's going to be in the kingdom. Can you believe that? It sounds fucked up that I even have to say, but it's a fact. All right? It's a fact because the Most High is merciful to the nation of Israel, man. That's called privilege, brother. That's why these Edomites deep down, they hate us because they're like, yo, they have something I don't have, all right? They know we have something they don't have, man. Go ahead.
Book of Romans, chapter 9, And verse 11, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil,
Right, they didn't do nothing. Go ahead.
that the purpose of Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
That's it. Not of works, but of him that calleth, man. Keep going.
It says, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
That's it, man. All right. So it was said. It was already ordained from before birth who was the elect and who wasn't. Okay. So we can't say that we did something to become of the elect. No, to become of the elect, because no, we were chosen, and the Most High put the Spirit on us to do what we're doing. The Most High could have put the Spirit on Esau to do this, but he didn't. All right. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him came we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
That's right.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
The world was made for our sakes, man. It wasn't made for the sake of Esau. Well, you put it in the hand of Esau, look at it. All right? It's destroyed. Okay? And then he's thinking, but he's the same nigga that destroyed it, he's gonna save it. Right? And it's not his fault, it's nature's fault. It's not his fault, it's nature's fault, the reason it's like this. Oh, there's just too much cows giving off too much CO2. That's the reason. That's the reason why the oil spilled in the river. No, nigga, it's because of you. The reason everything is dying is because of you. Once Esau's taken out, the earth is going to flourish. Go ahead.
Verse 56. As for the other people, which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and as liken the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right, so the Lord has likened them to spittle, okay? And spittle, you don't consider spit, man. You just spit and you keep it moving, man. That's what the Lord considers all these other nations, man. Moab, Elam, okay? Ammon, Ishmael, okay? They're all considered spittles, man. They were made to serve the nation of Israel. Get Isaiah 34 and 6. No.
Hallelujah.
Jeremiah. Get Jeremiah.
Hallelujah.
30 and 16. Go on with that, huh?
2nd Ezra 6 and verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Right, and that's what we've been going through, man. We've been serving these nations, okay? All right, and we've been oppressed by all these nations, man. But eventually, YAHAWASHI is gonna, he's starting to show favor unto us, man, starting by pouring his Holy Spirit upon us, okay? You know, he's waking us up and taking us out of this base estate, man. Go on.
Verse 58.
And what is he gonna do? The curses that was put upon us, he's gonna pour it upon these other nations, as is mentioned in the book of Deuteronomy. Brother can get that. Deuteronomy, was that 30 and 7? You got it, bro.
Verse 58. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given unto their hands.
That's right. We're given into the hands of these nations. Okay? You look at all the previous kingdoms, we were always, they flourished because we were under their subjection. That's the only reason they really flourished. You look at the Greeks, the Romans, okay, the Babylonians, okay, the only reason why they were at this high estate exalted was because the nation of Israel was under them, and the Egyptians, go on, bro.
Good. Verse 59. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?
Right, because everything has to go according to prophecy. Okay, the Lord is long suffering. Okay, He set up the place, and then we have to be abased, go through the different trials and tribulation, for eventually to receive the kingdom. Okay, and so we could actually rejoice and enjoy the joys of the kingdom. Okay, because we have to know what evil in order to know good and enjoy the kingdom. You got it. Get that Deuteronomy 37.
They got something real
Get
quick.
that Deuteronomy 37.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Alright, so there's going to be a role reversal. All the curses that are mentioned in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, is going to go upon all these nations, man. Okay? The world is made for our sakes, man. We were set up to be rulers and kings on earth, man. Get that Jeremiah 30 and 16, Sham.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
So as we went into captivity, all these nations are going to go into captivity. Okay? And all those that spoiled us will become the spoiled. Meaning we're going to enjoy the spoils when we bring them to captivity, when we take down their armies and their kingdoms. Go on.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Right, and that's these Edomites, man. All right, they're gonna get that judgment, man. All right, and we can't wait, man, till you Edomites get it. Cause you Edomites are proud, man. You Edomites are proud, and you've done a lot of wickedness, man, in your pride. But the Most High said what? He said what? Because the judgment is not executed speedily, it's in the sons of man to do evil, man. All right. So you're gonna keep doing your wickedness until that judgment comes. And when that judgment comes, we're not having no mercy on you Edomites, man. No mercy whatsoever, man. Get me Isaiah the 14th chapter, man. All right, go ahead.
This is Lamentations 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Right.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will recover thy sins.
Yeah, he said, recover your sins, O daughter of Edom. All right? What you Edomites got to get in your mind is that we're Israelites and you're Edomites, man. We're above you, man. That's the end of the story, man. There's no in between, man. Okay? Because you've been ruling for so long, you think you're actually above us. But we're above you. The Most High created us to be better than you, man. All right? And what we're going to do is we're going to execute judgment on you, and we're going to show you exactly what you did times 2. So get Jeremiah the 49th chapter, brother. Get Jeremiah the 49th chapter around the 12th verse, man. Okay? You see? Who has Isaiah 14? Yeah,
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14.
Start at verse 2.
At verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
That's right.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and
We're going
handmaids.
to take all these Edomites, these so-called white people, all right, and these other nations for servants and handmaids according to the Bible. Go ahead.
It says, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were.
Who were we captive under, man? Who were we captive under some aliens? Huh? Did aliens have us in captivity, in slavery? Or was it you Edomites? You Edomites are guilty, man. Every last one of you are guilty. And the Most High has judgment written for you, man.
That's right.
You devils better read your Bible, man. You better read it, man. And when you see Edomite, put white people, all right? And not all Edomite, not all people that look like Edomites, but those that aren't, the majority of you descend to Esau, man. Go ahead.
It says, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Rule over you, brothers, man. All right? We're gonna rule over every last one of you. And we're gonna hey, get Revelation, the 2nd chapter, and around the 24th verse, man. Go ahead, keep going on Isaiah 14.
Verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
We're gonna take up a proverb against you Edomites. We're gonna be talking smack First of all, you're gonna become a proverb. See how Jake is a proverb? You got a little nursery rhymes and shit. We're gonna have that for you in the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
It says, how had the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
That's right. The staff of the wicked is being broken. It's about to be completely broken when YAHAWASHI comes back, man. And where's YAHAWASHI? Okay, let's say if YAHAWASHI had stops to go, who's he visiting, man? Get Isaiah the 63rd chapter, man. All right?
The book of Isaiah.
Hold on, before you get that, read that. What is that?
Jeremiah 49 and verse 12.
What?
For thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken.
That's it, they have assuredly drunken, and that was us. We drank that cup, man. We drank that cup of slavery. We drank that cup of oppression, man. We drank that cup being under you devils, man. All right? Of Proverbs and all that shit. Or the curses. Get Deuteronomy 30 and 7, man. It's your turn, man. All right? It's your turn. Like they were playing marbles in Squid Game, and when it's the other person's turn, you have to go. It's your turn now, man. All right? Go ahead.
And and art thou he that shalt altogether go and punish? Thou shalt not go and punish,
Right.
but thou shalt.
You're not gonna go and punish, man. You Edomites think you're gonna be able to get away scot-free. You're talking smack, all right? You're looking down on Jake, but guess what? You're not gonna go unpunished. The punishment is coming. Go ahead.
God, thou shalt not go and punish,
Right.
but thou shalt surely drink of it.
And Jake been being nice to you devils, man. Jake ain't roused up yet. Judah's still a crouching lion. All right, he ain't roused up on you devils yet. And you devils got the nerve to have an attitude, man. You devils have a nerve to have an attitude and look at Jake some way, and you're lucky that you're even walking around Jake. You're lucky Jake don't do something to you, man. That's crazy. All right? You lucky Jake don't do something to you by watching just some of the movies and them documentaries, man. All right? But you devils got some nerve, man. Go ahead.
Real quick, this is Micah 5 and 8. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people.
And I can't wait to get you devils in slavery, man. I cannot wait, man. All right? We are going to execute judgment in the fury of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's right. Because you've been going on too long with this wickedness, man. Oppressing and bothering people. Annoying people. You poking at people, man. You see? You have come against those that have been at peace with you. People have been chilling with you, and you've been fucking catching up, giving people hell. All right? They try to live cordially with you, but you can't live cordial with these devils, man. Ask the Native Americans, ask Gad, man, if they could live cordial. They tried to show them how to do agriculture, man. While they came off the boats, they finished eating themselves, man. They were eating each other, man. But what did they do? They killed them. All right? They gave them smallpox, man. You devils are gonna pay, man. The Bible says you devils are gonna pay.
That's right.
Every last one of you Edomites are gonna pay. Every last one. Not one is gonna escape. Go ahead. Keep reading, bro.
It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people.
See, the Most High wants this to come out on you devils. Keep going, bro.
In the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest.
That's right.
As a young lion among the flocks of sheep.
That's right.
For who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear it to pieces.
And you brothers get all them scriptures against Esau, man. You brothers should know that. That's basics, man. Go ahead, bro.
And none can deliver.
That's right.
Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
All your enemies are going to be cut. Who's our top enemy? Who's the top enemy of the nation of Israel? Or the nation of, from Judah all the way to Issachar? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. These devils, man. All right? These Edomites. Okay? They're the top enemy. When you read Psalms, the 83rd chapter, it lists Esau first. Because he's going to be destroyed first, man. He's going to be the ones we're going to put the most hell on, man. Okay? You read Isaiah 63? Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom?
Right.
With thy garments from Basra.
Right, and you Edomites are you so-called white people if you don't know. All right? You descend from the biblical Edomites.
Right.
Look up Esau, man. Look up Jacob and Esau. That's who you descend from. All right? Go ahead.
With thy garments from Basra. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
That's right.
Wherefore thou red and thine apparel in thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Yep.
I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me.
Right, you Edomites, man. All right. He's coming against you Edomites. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like if there was blood on his garment spiritually, because that's how much killing he's going to do. He said the Lord's going to kill from the east to the west. And the main target is you Edomites, man. Yeah, the Lord is racist, by the way. But he's not racist against who you're racist against. He's racist against blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He loves us, but he's racist against you Edomites, man. So that's gonna be some racism for your ass, man. Okay? Go ahead, man.
Khan, it says, for I will tread them in
my... Get tired of seeing these devils, man. Go ahead.
For I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury.
Right, he's gonna trample them in his fury. Go ahead.
Khan, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments,
right?
And I will stain all my raiments,
right?
For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to behold, none to uphold, Salakia. Therefore mine own harm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me.
That's it, man. The Lord's coming with fury, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 34 and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
That's that nuclear missile. That's the people of this curse. So you Edomites are cursed. The nation of Israel is blessed, and you Edomites are cursed. Okay? So you looking at Jake funny, and you trying to put hell on Jake. Well, when that time comes, we're gonna, yo, that stuff is gonna come back in our mind. All the little shit that you Edomites did, the amount of Edomite women that lied on Jakes to get them hung and all that shit, that was a regular thing. You Edomites, we're gonna target every last one of you, man. For every last one of your crimes, man. And all your lives, okay? Because you have multiple lives. It's like we have multiple lives, so we're gonna look back into those lives and see what you've done, man. Because you know these devils have done wickedness. You know these devils have done evil, all right? And they're getting old, so when they die, they're coming into slavery. They're waking up in slavery, man. That's gonna be your future when you wake up from death. Can you imagine that? Going to sleep and waking up in slavery? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Keep going. You got some more on that? Go ahead. Keep going.
Verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams.
That's right.
For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
It keeps talking about Edomites. There's a slaughter amongst the Edomites, among Idumea. Why does the Lord keep targeting you Edomites? Why? Because there's judgment for you, man. You've been doing all this wickedness for so much decades and centuries. The Most High has a judgment prepared, man. You think you're getting away? You're not getting away, man. The Most High is getting ready to judge you. And it's not going to be nice, all right? Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25 and verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
Vengeance upon Edom, you so-called white people, you Edomites. Now I gotta start drilling it into the devils, who the Edomites are, man. All right? Maybe that's the spirit saying we ain't targeting you devils enough, man. All right? Go ahead, man.
By the hand of my people Israel.
Yeah.
And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
You Edomites, you so-called white people, all you Edomites are gonna go into slavery, hardcore slavery under the Israelites. It's not gonna be no employment. It's gonna be hardcore slavery. All right? Go ahead.
And according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith YAHAWASHI.
The Most High has vengeance, bro. Get Zephaniah 2 and 8, man. Or Zechariah 2 and 8. Salakia, go ahead.
Obadiah 1 and 9. And thy mighty man.
Start at 1. Start at 1. Get Obadiah 1. And we're going to read down from Obadiah. That's the Edomite script. That's the Edomite chapter. If you Edomites want to know about your judgment, read the book of Obadiah. Okay? All of it. Go ahead.
Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord power. concerning Edom, we have heard a
Concerning
rumor
who?
concerning Edom.
Read it louder. Concerning who? Edom.
Concerning Edom.
You Edomites. All right? You so-called white people. You call yourself Caucasian, but you're Edomites. All right? Go ahead.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord,
Right.
and an ambassador is sent among the heathens.
That's right.
Arise, yea, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Uh-huh.
Behold,
That's World War III that's getting ready to happen, man. Go ahead.
behold, I have made thee small among the heathens, thou art greatly despised.
Yeah.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived
The
thee.
pride of you devil's heart have deceived you, man. That's why I had to tell man, anyways, man. I had to tell that old devil, I had to say, listen, man, y'all going into you didn't know you're going into slavery? You didn't know that? Read the Bible, all right? Because these devils, you try to be nice, sometimes these devils just F with you, man. Sometimes you try to be nice to the devil, and they keep messing with you. You're getting in that what's his name from Baby Boy, you know? They just keep messing with you, man. All right? Go ahead, man. You know what I'm talking about.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's the mindset of these devils. Who's going to bring me down? Or YAHAWAH SHAM, YAHAWASHI is going to bring you down. And remember those names. All right? Go ahead.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Yep. And the symbol of all these Edomites is always the eagle. Going back to the Greek Empire, it was always the eagle. They say that's the beginning of civilization. It's not the beginning of civilization. It's the beginning of the Edomite civilization. Get it right, Jack. It's the beginning of the Edomite civilization. And what was their symbol? The eagle. Because you Edomites represent the eagle. That's why in America, if you kill an eagle, that's a crime, bro. You'll go to jail for a couple of years. Go ahead.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down.
That's speaking about your space programs. You went up into space, and from 1970, your system, your kingdom has been going down exponentially, man. Call HALALYAM, YAHAWASHI, man. We cannot wait to get you devils, man. We can't wait. All right? Well, we're gonna wait for YAHAWASHI, of course. I want you Edomites. Oh, is that a threat? No, we're waiting for YAHAWASHI. When YAHAWASHI gets you, we get you. Go ahead.
Said the Lord, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night,
Right.
how art thou cut off? Would they have not stolen till they had enough?
That's right.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Yeah.
How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Right. They're sought up through the spirit of power, YAHAWASHI. We're finding out all of that. And the Most High is allowing his spirit to fall upon these people to reveal them. Go ahead.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have lain a wound under thee.
Man, go ahead, keep going.
There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom,
Right, go ahead.
and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
That's right, go ahead.
And thy mighty man unto man shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Everyone out of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter, man. That's right. Judah flame, Israel, you know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah.
And we're going to rejoice over your downfall too. That's okay, you rejoice, but we're going to rejoice over your downfall as well. Go ahead.
In the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
Right.
Thou shouldest not have entered into the gates of my people.
Man. Bro, go ahead, keep going, please.
In the day of their calamity, Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity,
Right.
nor have laid on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of
That's
distress.
what they did in Babylon. When we were being taken out by Babylon, these Edomites were helping. All right? They were helping with our downfall. All right? Because they've always been an enemy. All right? Go ahead.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathens. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Read that again.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathens. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. That's what Esau doesn't like. He doesn't like that stuff. When it comes to him, he likes that. But when it comes to other people, what he's done, he doesn't like that. Go ahead.
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
That's right.
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain,
Right.
so shall all the heathens drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down. They shall be as though they had not
They're
been.
going to be as though they had not been, man. Keep going.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance,
Yeah.
and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession,
Right.
and the house of Jacob shall be a fire,
That's right.
and the house of Joseph a flame.
That's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. All right? This is what we're reading is going to be in the kingdom of heaven that's getting ready to come after this decrepit, wicked, evil, nasty kingdom. Go ahead.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
The house of Esau, going back to you Edomites again. Why does it keep saying the Edomites? And all this research they do, why come they never bring up the Edomites or the story of the Edomites or the history of the Edomites? Because they're the Edomites. The Edomites started with the Greeks. Alexander was an Edomite. All right? All these Edomites that's ruling, they're Edomites. That's why they don't want to bring it up. Go ahead.
And the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them.
That's right.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it.
Esau is going to be exterminated, man. And that's going to be a beautiful day, man. He was trying to exterminate so many type of people, man. All right? He brought down the Taínos, I believe, 400. All right? He tried to exterminate Gad. He's trying to exterminate everyone. But the beautiful thing is that the Most High is going to exterminate him through the power, through his people, man. Okay? You are my battle axe and weapons of war. That's speaking about the Israelites, man. Okay? That's it on that. You got something? Who else got something? Go ahead, bro.
Book of Zechariah chapter 12 and 6. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like an hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheaf, and they shall devour all the people round about on the right hand and on the left, and Jerusalem shall be inhibited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem.
Right.
In her own, again in her own place, even in Jerusalem.
You could get what's that? Isaiah 19. It speaks about Judah shall be a terror.
Right. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall.
Man. Get Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Lord, hold that. Read Deuteronomy 30 and 7, man.
Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
All you Edomites, all right, and the rest of you nations, you're going to get the curses that the Israelites got, man.
That's right.
All right? All of them could read Deuteronomy 28:15 on down. If you don't matter whether you read it or not. What does Romans 3 and 3 say? So what if some did not believe? It's not going to make the prophecies not come to pass. Go ahead, man.
Yep. And them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yep, and those that persecuted thee. Bro, the scriptures is all about getting redemption for the nation of Israel and salvation and mercy for the nation of Israel from their enemies. How can everyone be fit into that? How can everyone get that? If that's okay, so if someone has to be redeemed for what they did to get paid back for what they did to Israel, where is the rule for them to get in if they have to be repaid? You can't be. How can you be rewarded and cursed at the same time? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a gift, but I'm gonna beat you to death. Oh, here's a PlayStation, and then I'll beat the person up. Right? Or here's a PlayStation and beat him to death. What's the point of getting a PlayStation? That you're not getting no gift. You're not getting no blessings. You're getting curses next. All right? It's called payback. It's called redemption. It's called revenge. That's what the Most High speaks about, man. All right? Go ahead.
Keep going?
Keep going.
Come. Verse 8, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
That's it on that verse?
Yep.
Okay, get Joel the 3rd chapter. Go ahead.
Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall.
Yep.
Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons.
Man.
For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
I can't wait, man. We can't wait to get you. Devils, man, listen, man. See, now you start meditating terror early. You know? Start meditating terror. When the devils start busy, you start meditating terror early, man. You know? You try to be nice to the devil, but then sometimes you can't be nice. Sometimes you can't be nice. See, there was one time the police stopped me and I was trying to be cordial so I just started digging into their ass, man. And the Fed started to crack.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. The fucking Fed started to fucking crack. I was digging. I went deep. They couldn't wait to get me out of the car. Because they just were being unreasonable, man. So I'm like, fuck these devils, man. I'm not advocating to do that, but sometimes it's just be like, they just be on a level, bro. They just be like, yo, the demons be on it, man. All right? Usually, what do? When the Fed come, we agree with our advocates. Yes, sir. We have the thing ready. Yes, sir. Please. Thank you, sir. Have a nice night. But then there's some dudes that are just complete jackets. Some people that are just jackasses. Okay? And that was a long time ago. That was Reese. I did that a long time. Let me qualify. I did it a long time ago. All right? I'm advocating to do that, bro. I'm just saying. Some people are just. It says be a beast without men if it be possible. If it be at all possible. Sometimes it's impossible. Go ahead.
It says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude,
right,
and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
Right, the pride of these devils are going to be turned into mourning. All right? Because the scriptures speak to them about them as being the most proud. All right? That's why when you speak to them, they got their nose in the damn air. But really, they're really peasants, man. Doesn't the scripture say princes on earth? Yo, read that. Okay? When it spoke about all the royal people of the earth, they're really humble. The true royalty. Not the ones that are here now, the real royalty. Alright? Go ahead.
This is the book of
speak about Moses. It said that Moses was the most humble man on the earth. Period. King David was humble as hell, super humble. When King David got rebuked, he repented immediately. Alright? There was even a time where an old man was cursing out King David. You remember that? Remember that story? The old man was cursing him out, a wicked Benjamite. He was cursing him out. And the man wanted to take his head off. Say, oh, let me go put something in his heart. He's like, nah, let him go. Maybe the Lord wants me to hear this. That's humility. See, people always hear about the bad things that King David did this and that. Yeah, he did that. But why was he mad after the Most High's heart? Because he was humble, man. Go ahead, read that, brother.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10.
Man.
And verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and an error which proceedeth from the ruler.
It's an error and it's evil. Go ahead.
Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Woo.
I have seen servants upon horses.
So all you Edomites are servants upon horses. You're power, but you're really meant to be servants, man.
That's right.
And don't you forget it. Go ahead.
It says, I've seen servants upon horses and
they run the earth. And look what they did to the earth. Look at their position in the earth because you have servants ruling. That's why I say when it comes to women and Edomites, there's a reason they're supposed to be in subjection because they lean towards wickedness and disorder. That's why they have to be in subjection. Okay? Go ahead.
I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Princes walking as servants upon it, which is us, the Israelites, man. We're supposed to be in a rulership position. We're supposed to be walking, dishwashers. We're not supposed to be dishwashers. All right? Working as security and shit. We're not supposed to be doing that. Okay?
Go ahead. This is Lamentations 5 and 8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver
Servants
us.
have ruled over us. Get Job the 30th chapter, brother. All right?
This is the book of Job.
You got some holding already? Okay, you get it. Go ahead.
Come on. Lamentations 5 and 8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hands.
Servants rule over us, man. And that's the thing. These servants, they've gotten proud. They've got to the point, they've been ruling so long, they've got to the point where they actually think they're supposed to be over us. You understand? But the Most High is going to switch it over on their head. Even these heathen, man. You look at some of these other heathen, they look down on Jake, but we're their lords in reality. Okay? Because the Most High has his spirit upon us. All right? They can't do what we do. You think, show me the Arab Michael Jordan, man. Where he at? Where he at? We're the gods on earth, man. That's why the Most High said, ye are gods, but ye shall die and fall as the princes. You shall die as men. Okay? Go ahead, man.
It says, this is Proverbs 30 and 21. For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth.
Right.
And a fool when he is filled with his
Say, read it from the beginning. How we felt about it. Read it from the beginning, Brother Kusha.
This is Proverbs 30 and 21. For 3 things the earth is disquieted.
The earth is disquieted because of it, man. Why do you think there's so much earthquakes and volcano eruptions and fish dying and birds just dropping? Why? Because the earth is disquieted. Animals are doing all kind of bugged out stuff. Because the earth is disquieted because of this, man. Go ahead.
Real quick, this is Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
That's right.
Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Man, and you heathen are gonna respect. You're gonna respect the Israelites, man. You heathen are gonna respect. When you see us walking in the street, you see any of these brothers, any Israelite walking in the streets when the kingdom comes, you will bow down. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Go ahead.
It says, for 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat.
That's it. That's it. Because what riches is not calmly for a niggard. And these Edomites are niggards, man. You see that? Nigger. You guys are the real niggers, man. Let's be real, man. Look at the earth, man. Look at the earth. Look at what you devils do around the planet, man. Let's be real, okay? Be honest for one time in your life, Esau. Go ahead. Go ahead, Shakar.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision.
Right.
Whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Right, right. Go ahead. Because Job would even want Esau around his dogs, man. Because we know how you Edomites get down with dogs. You know, you so-called white people get down with dogs, man. Kissing them all in the mouth and shit. Go ahead.
Verse 2, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me?
Right.
And whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness.
Right.
And former time desolate and waste.
Desolate, man. That's the position they were in. Now they're ruling. But they're gonna be desolate again. Go ahead.
Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief.
Yep.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys.
What's the cliffs of the valleys? The caves. The cliffs of the rocks, the cliffs. When you watch Lion King, he's in a cliff and then they go into that's a cave, man. All right, go ahead.
In caves of the earth.
That's it, man. That's Esau, man. The cave dweller. Go ahead.
And in the rocks, among the bushes, they bury. Under the nettles, they were gathered together.
Braid. Under the bushes, they braid. And braid is something that the sounds that a horse makes, man. Because they didn't have language. That's how low Esau was, and the Most High dusted him up and made him a ruler of the earth, man. Get Daniel 4:17. Go ahead.
Under the nettles, they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were violent in the earth.
Bro, it's read in the history that these devils that they used to wear, which they call them the Neanderthals, and they make it seem like, oh, it was 5 million years, well, no, 5 million years ago, bro. That was a few hundred years ago these devils was acting like that, man. All right? They were wearing their underwear till it disintegrated. Look up Kagan Bullen, man. Kagan Bullen, that's where they got the Jewish and the flipping, they became Jewish and Muslim, all right? Because they needed to find a religion to clean these Edomites up, man. Because they were filthy. We had to teach them how to eat with forks, but now their noses in the air. Now they got poodles and their noses in the air. Man. We can't wait till you devils get back in your rightful order, man. Because you're way out of order, man. Go ahead, man.
Verse 9, and now am I their song, yea, I am their byword.
Now we're their son. Now they're looking at us funny. They've been living like that, but now they're looking at us funny. The princes of the earth. Go ahead.
They abhor me. They flee far from me.
Right.
And spare not to spit in my face.
That's right. Okay. That's right. And it gets deep down, they know we're better. They know we're better. Come on, let's be real, man. Let's be real. Yeah, go ahead. They know that, man. All right, go ahead.
Khan, because he had loosed my cord and afflicted me, they have also let loose the girdle before me. Upon my right hand rise the youth. They punish away my feet. They push away my feet, and they rise up against me, and the ways of the destruction.
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead. Read that.
This is Isaiah 19 and verse 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Yep.
Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself.
Wait till these Judites get roused up, man, in America. Wait till they get roused up, man. And then rouse up all the rest of the tribes. Wait till they get roused up, man. You're gonna see, man. Because right now they're crouching like lions, so these devils feel comfortable talking shit. So go ahead, man. Certain thing I want to just wait for the camera to go off, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it.
Man, it's gonna be. Woo! Woo! And it's, man. Yo, man. I don't know if you brothers must have worked in some places where you've seen Edomites, taking shots and acting funny with you, and I don't know if you brothers worked that, but I worked in those situations, man. You know what I mean? I was kind of rebellious in a sense, so I was cursing them devils out. I was kind of hurting them. Them devils thought they were getting me, but I was hurting I was kind of hurting their feelings. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, in the time that's coming, you're gonna be the proverb. You're gonna be the byword, man. Don't you like grape juice? You know, that shit. But we're gonna get you devils in some. Their jokes be corny and whack anyway. You know? Who doesn't like chicken? Who doesn't like water? Let's be real.
Oh man,
Let's be real. Like they eat chicken more than us, goddamn. You know? But at the end of the day, we're gonna have better jokes for these devils, man. You sold your birthright for a piece of raw meat. You can't kick him in his fucking face. You useless bastard.
Oh.
You know?
That's right.
We're gonna have better jokes than this. All right? Oh yeah. What? Spittle. Yeah, nothing but spittle. I'll just throw them in a bucket and throw water on them, throw bleach on them.
Oh.
Organic bleach, brother. Organic bleach.
Organic.
All right? So at the end of the day, Yo, we go get down, man. We go get down, man. Where's your pigment? Where's your pigment? You're wasted away. Go ahead.
Isaiah, so like Jeremiah 29 and verse 18. And I will.
He says that I'm slacking. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 29 and verse 18.
No, we gotta get him, man. We gotta get him good, man. Go ahead.
And I will persecute them with the sword, with the famine, and with the pestilence, and will deliver them to be removed to all the kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and an astonishment and an hissing and a reproach among all the nations whither I have driven them.
Right. Bro, hold on.
I know what it's talking about. I want to see the hissing.
Yeah, but no, we gotta stay on Esau right now. We gotta stay on Esau. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 30.
We're not leaving. We got Esau's neck right now, brother. We can't move from Esau right now. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 30 and 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck,
Right.
and I will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Right.
Verse 11. For I am with thee, said the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee,
Right.
but I will correct thee in measures.
I will correct thee in measure. That's what he does to us, but he doesn't do that to these other nations. Esau's judgment is getting ready to come. He's been accumulating all this wickedness, and it's getting ready to come. Get Joel the 3rd chapter. Who has that? Shaquat, get that. There's more on that?
One more line. And I will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Right. So go ahead. This is Daniel. Yep.
The book of Daniel, chapter 4:17. This matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man.
What does that mean? The lowest of men is who we put in rulership on the earth. That's why the earth is in the position it's in. All right? These elites, they're into all kind of evil and weirdo, pedophilia. They're into all of that, man. Okay? But they run the world. They're the ones who control your food. All right? But the Most High put them in a position for what? For judgment. Because at the end of the day, he's going to show his power by taking them down. The same way he showed his power through Pharaoh. But Esau thinks he's on a high level because he's so smart. No. First of all, the Israelites are smarter. We're as a people, bro. Come on, bro. Just look at the pyramids in Mexico. Those pyramids, Esau doesn't know how to rebuild that. Even with all the technology they have, they don't know how to do those. Even the pyramids in Egypt, they don't know how to do it. We built that. The Israelites built that, man. Okay? Understanding the constellations and how to really manipulate the earth the right way. We had that knowledge before. Esau didn't have that. That's why God had to show him what's up. You know? Esau's there, he was chewing on someone's foot. God said, no,
Come on, man, put it down, man.
Potato. Sweet potato. You know? Esau didn't know nothing about that, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Real quick, Amos 3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Right.
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right. But our punishment is not to utterly destroy us, it's to correct. Okay, but Esau is going to be to bring him to desolation. There's no coming back from what's getting ready to happen to Esau, man. There's absolutely no coming back from it, man. All right? You see? Go ahead.
Zechariah 2:7. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts.
The daughter of Babylon. That's right. Who's the daughter of Babylon? These Edomites. Go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord of hosts. After the glory hath he sent me unto the nation which spoiled you.
Right. And all the nations had a hand in spoiling us. But the one who did it the most was the nation of Edom. Go ahead.
For he that touches you,
I want to get my foot up his Arab's ass too. Fucking Moab. Oh man. I'm gonna tape his eyes up. Look at me in my eyes.
when I'm torturing you, man.
Salaka, man. Folly demons. That's folly spirits. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
There's a little more.
Yeah, go ahead.
For he that touches you touches the apple of his eyes. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be spoiled to their servants. They shall be a spoil to their servants. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, kind. Joel 3. Yeah. It's the book of
Joel. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
That's all he cares about. He only cares about the nation. He doesn't care about you other people, man. All right? He says he has not dealt so with any nation. He gave us his statutes and commandments. Go ahead.
Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Right.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
I'm just thinking about what we're gonna do to these, how these devils gonna, man, we're gonna do some real terror to these devils, boy. What?
Verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
Yeah.
Behold, I will raise them out of their place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Your recompense is going to be returned, and you're going to get paid back. All you devils are going to get paid back, man. All right? The recompense is going to be returned on your own head. All right?
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children.
That's what I told you. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you you're going into slavery? I hope you're listening. All right? Most High, you're going to sell your sons and your daughters into slavery, man. All right? That's what's going to happen, because you're going to be slaves under the nation Israel. And you would think that after all that wickedness Esau did, you would want to chill and you would want to be nice to Jacob, right? But no, Esau still, the police still harassing Jacob, you know, still doing wickedness. So that's just going to be that much worse for him. All right, go ahead.
It says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters.
And that's called payback, buddy. That's called payback, man. Go ahead.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
Right.
And they shall sell them unto the Sabians.
What are they selling them for? What are they selling them for? To be slaves. That's what's going to happen to these Edomites, man. When they see it, they think that, oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the story. yeah. No, you devils are going into slavery, man. All right? And that's coming soon. They don't see it. That's why it's going to be like that right hook. And when you're not paying attention, it's going to knock them clean out. Because Esau got it good now. Esau can get whatever woman, any woman he wants. I seen an Edomite, I kid you not. I seen an Edomite piss himself. And girls were still on it. I was like, God damn, Esau got it on easy mode, bro. I seen it, bro. The girl said, did you pee on the floor? Did you pee? I look at his pants and said, You Edomites on a low level, man. But when you're taken down, you're going to be put in the right position, which is a servant, man. Sure. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
It says, and they shall sell.
I asked him, did you pee? Did you pee? He's got an attitude too, man. Yeah, fucking devil, man. Go ahead.
And they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off. Crazy. For the Lord hath spoken it. This is Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be showed unto the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
Yeah.
In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
Right, man. That's it, man. No matter what you do for these devils, no matter what position they're in, they're gonna just pure wicked, pure evil. You know, straight up, bro. Okay. The same thing with these women. All right, you put them in a position of a thing, they're gonna learn evil for the most part. Okay. They're supposed to be under subjection. They're supposed to have all this liberty. Everyone's not supposed to have liberty like this, bro. You know? even men, even kings in Britain, you know, they're supposed to have a certain guideline they're supposed to live by, but especially